This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Some in Hazleton are reaching out to the hurricane victims in Puerto Rico. That and more next. Good evening and thank you for joining us at SSP TV News. I'm Ken Carr. Remember, you can watch us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision Channel 513. And now there's the Samsung Productions app, so you can take all of your favorite local shows with you on the go. We start with headlines from SSP TV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. A collection is underway in our area to benefit the victims of Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico. A stand was placed outside of the Iglesia Pentecostal Casa de Oración, a church at the corner of Diamond Avenue and North Church Street on Tuesday. The collection is being held in connection with the International Emergency Chaplain in Carolina, Puerto Rico. Many people from our area have family in Puerto Rico and are having a difficult time contacting them because of the lack of electricity in the aftermath of the storm. The most needed items include flashlight batteries, baby formula, air mattresses, toiletries, diapers, water, non-perishable food, towels, and blankets. Monetary donations will also be accepted. The donations will be collected until Friday. The future of the coal industry is a topic of a new Sam LaSant show. Sam talks with Adam Wilson, chairman of Atlantic Carbon Group, and Congressman Lou Barletta.
I can tell you, Sam, why I feel so strongly about coal and the coal industry, not only for what it's going to do and can do, the importance of anthracite, which we have here. It's a diamond, literally. People do not realize what we have right here with anthracite coal and the many uses of it and what it's going to do in the future for us. But at the same time, besides the good jobs and the fact that this is a rare commodity that we have here, the whole process, when we look at our abandoned mine lands, the only way we're going to get much of this done is to mine again. And when they mine, they have to, under our laws, go back and reclaim the land that they're mining, bringing it back into beneficial use, beautiful green land or land that could be used again. So,
which they've done already.
It is a reclamation project as well as a mining operation. Or otherwise, Sam, nobody's going to touch these old stripping pits.
This new episode airs tomorrow night at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. on SSP TV, or watch anytime with our Samsung Productions app and online at ssptv.com. Pennsylvania Auditor General Eugene DePasquale was in Wilkes-Barre yesterday. The stop was the first in a statewide tour to address what he calls a broken child welfare system. Caseworkers from Luzerne County Children and Youth attended the session, along with members of law enforcement, including Hazleton Police Chief Jerry Spezial, county officials, and lawmakers. Caseworkers had the chance to share their situations on the job with the Auditor General. You can read more about the meeting in today's Standard Speaker or online at standardspeaker.com. Well, have you made your way to the Bloomsburg Fair? Our Janine Mazurkevich has the details on a new attraction at the fair.
Lots of new things happening, and Jeff Giger is here with us, and I think this is very interesting because we're doing something with the cows that come on by. So thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me. Yeah, we're actually secured a sponsorship this year. Penn Cheese took the milk from last year's cows that milked during our fair week and made 2,000 pounds of cheese for us to educate. You know, we're going to be educating at the fair and also selling the cheese as a, you know.
Why didn't we think about this earlier? So these vendors come here with their cows. The cows have to be milked at least twice a day.
Yep, twice a day, the exhibitors, and they have shows Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday where they show their cows against each other's farms. And so we can profit from this, and they're going to profit. We've raised the premiums for them, so that we're giving back to them, and they're going to take some cheese home as well. So we're excited to educate how cheese is made and where, you know, what all we can do with milk.
All right, so they're going to come here. The cheese was already made through the sponsorship, correct?
Yes, yep, it was actually made a week or two after fair. It didn't have to age, but they don't package it until they're ready to sell it. So they're packaging it right before fair here.
So now people can purchase the cheese that was actually produced here from the cows of the vendors this year at the fair. And where will they be located?
It's going to be in front of the large dairy barn, near where the kids' corn box is that they can play in. And there's going to be three types of Swiss. a hot Swiss, a lace Swiss, and a baby Swiss. So they're all half-pound blocks. So people.
Probably going to grill on this for next year, I'm thinking.
Yes, I'm hoping so. And next year it might be sharp cheese or cheddar cheese. Yes.
All
Yep.
right, well, thank you so much. We look forward to seeing you. Again, the Bloomsburg Fair is happening through September 30th. If you want all the information, just go to the website, bloomsburgfair.com.
Thanks, Janine. Another popular event takes place in our area on Sunday. Lisa Sugart is here now.
It is fall festival time in the borough of Beaver Meadows, and a big event is taking place this Sunday, and it's being organized by the Beaver Meadows Citizens for Recreation. Jennifer Barnasevich, who just happens to be the owner of Smith Floral, is a member of that Recreation Board Committee, and you are here to tell us about this. This is a beautiful event in a beautiful location.
Oh, absolutely. If you haven't been to Lake Marie in the autumn, it's just, the colors are spectacular. So just even for that, just for taking beautiful fall photos, it's the perfect place for this.
Now, this is great. I must admit, I'm originally from Beaver Meadows, so it's a little partial to my heart there. But we Beaver Meadow girls like to stick together and tell everybody about the great community it is. Tell us about the many events, because you have a ton of stuff happening from noon to 3 this coming Sunday.
Yes, we have, we'll have hay rides, we have a burlap maze, we'll have a fire so you can make your own s'mores. We have close to 20 craft vendors that'll be there. We'll have food for purchase. We also have live entertainment as well, live music with 2 for 1 that'll be playing as well from 12 to 3. So it's a beautiful afternoon. Looks like the weather's going to be good for us. So just a good time to get outdoors and enjoy the fall season.
And they can eat there too, because you're going to be selling food.
Yes, we'll have hot dogs and hamburgers, cider, coffee, popcorn, so some other things as well.
Now, this organization is really great because you do a lot for the community, so I guess that's the goal. You want to keep people busy and happy.
Yeah, we just like to reach out to the community, give back, and we just enjoy it so much. We love Beaver Meadows, and we like to share it with everyone.
Very nicely said. So this is the Fall Festival taking place this Sunday, noon to 3. The lake right there on 93. Yep. You cannot miss it. Place where all the ducks are, right?
That's right. And it's a beautiful location this time of the year.
All righty. So we hope you can head on down to Beaver Meadows this Sunday, noon to 3, the Fall Festival at Lake Marie, brought to you by the Beaver Meadows Citizens for Recreation.
Thanks, Lisa. And fall sports are in full swing. Today, our Janine Mazurkevich is back at Sacco Chiropractic in Hazleton with some advice for area athletes.
Well, Kenny knows a lot about this. It's the fall sports that are upon us. And with fall sports, we got to be careful that we don't throw out our back, we don't have an injury. And if we do get an injury, that we come and see this guy right here. This is Dr. Scott Sacco. And each week we give you some tips, healthy tips to keep your spine in order.
Yeah, so there's a lot of sports going on right now, and everybody thinks that our office is just football. I played football in college. I played all the way through high school. So everybody thinks, oh, he's just the football guy. We see every type of athlete that there is. There's a lot. I know your daughter plays field hockey right now. So we got cross country, you got track, we got all kinds of different fall activities that are going on. And injuries that a lot of people say, oh, he's a chiropractor, it's just back or neck. I treat shoulders, elbows, knees, hips, wrists, ankles, everything. We see it all. I'm certified in a lot of sports treatments. Okay. So any type of injury, I've probably suffered it myself, and I've also treated it myself too. So really a lot of these sports injuries and a lot of our kids don't wait. Come on in and let me check it out.
Yeah, no, is it a myth? They say, kids, they'll spring right back because they're young and energetic. So, someone gets a concussion or they have, maybe they trip or they fall down the steps or they trip at practice or maybe they have a sore rib cage. Could that be related to chiropractic care?
No, absolutely. They do spring back rather quickly, so kids don't need as much treatment as you or I might need.
But they should be seen.
They should be seen and get everything corrected and get everything put back into place, but they will recover faster than we will.
Very good. Tips right here at Sacco Chiropractic.
Once again, thank you, Janine, and a reminder that our SSPTV programming is available tonight and every Wednesday from 6:30 until 8 p.m. on our high-definition channel 513. You can also catch a rebroadcast of SSPTV News tonight at 8 p.m. on both channels, Channel 13 and HD 513. When we come back on SSP TV News, more from the Greater Hazleton YWCA. I'll have the weather forecast, and then in sports, it's Dave Day with Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Famer Dave Seaman. We talk Penn State football and Hazleton Area Cougar football. This is SSP TV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
Hey, welcome to this week's Wild Out Huntin' segment, folks. Today we're going to talk a little bit about mock scrapes. This is a great thing that you can do to help you get ready for the upcoming deer seasons. What a mock scrape is you're basically doing a social attractant to bring deer into your area to help them get comfortable with the surroundings, have an area where they're going to come to meet or check on a regular basis. Deer will scrape a lot as they get into the rut, but they do scrape year-round. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a mock scrape to help get them coming into the areas where we're going to be hunting along with the food plots that we planted. So I've got a couple of things here that we're going to be using as tools. Obviously I've got my Tenzing backpack that's got some stuff in here that I'm going to be using to carry all the equipment back. But more importantly, whenever I go back into the woods, and especially when I'm making mock scrapes, I'm going to be wearing rubber boots. Okay, we want to keep human odor as minimal as possible. So I've got my muck boots here. I'm going to make sure I spray down really well with our Bucks and Beards Stealth Odor Eliminator to kind of mask any human scent that I might be creating. And also I've got a couple products here from Bucks and Beards. This is your Bucks and Beards Buckshots, and this is for your scrape blend when you're doing your mock scrape. So this is going to help in creating that attractant that's going to bring them into the scrape. And then also what a deer will do is they'll urinate in the scrape, and that's kind of a little calling card. Now they're not in estrus and they're not in the rut yet, so we don't want to use estrus scent. So we've got what's called all-season allure from Bucks and Beards. It's just a regular deer urine that you can use year-round, and I'm going to put that in the scrape. And then I've also got some all-season allure in a couple of buck cages, and I'm going to hang them on a limb above the scrape, and this will last for about 2 weeks, and then I'll check it again. And then one thing else I want to do is I usually am going to take a wire tie or a zip tie or even a bread tie and tie that buck cage onto the limb so it doesn't fall off or a squirrel doesn't run off with it. Well, folks, that's all the time we have for this week's Wild Out Huntin' segment, but be sure to stop back next week when I take you out to the woods to show you how to select a spot and how to prepare a mock scrape for this deer season. So until next week, I'm going to focus on the grill here and get these venison bacon wrapped cheesesteaks all ready for dinner, and I'll see you next week somewhere in the hunting woods.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Second summer continues here in northeast Pennsylvania. Let's check out our weather forecast now from the National Weather Service. Tonight will be partly cloudy. We'll have a low of 56 degrees and some light wind. Thursday looks nice, a bit cooler, sunny with a high near 67 degrees. Wind gusts as high as 29 miles per hour. At night, mostly clear and cool with a low of 46. On Friday, we have a slight chance of showers after 2 p.m., mostly sunny, high of 63. We'll have a 20% chance of rain. Friday night, a slight chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 44 degrees. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 57. At night, mostly clear with a low of 40 degrees. Sunday, sunny with a high in the mid-60s. And then Sunday night, mostly clear, low of 43 degrees.
Hello, I'm Rob Gould.
And I'm Frank Romero, the race director for the Hazleton Town and Trail Race Series. Our race will be held October 14th, Saturday at 7 a.m.
This is the 4th annual event. This event has something for everybody, distances for everybody. We've got a youth 100-yard dash, which is free. We've got a competitive 1-mile timed race, which has youth age groups. And we have a 5K, a 10K, and our area's only 13.1 half marathon, all with 5-year adult age groups.
All athletes who will be running or walking will have a t-shirt, and awards will be issued at the end of the race as well.
The kids in the 1 mile, we have age group awards. They're going to be medals. We have finisher medals for all the 13.1. And this year for the 5K, 10K, and the 13.1, the age group award, it's going to be a nice custom glass. And for those of you 21 or older, you're going to be able to fill that glass at our beer tent.
Again, the race is October 14th at 7 a.m. You can register online at hazyracing.com, or you can find us on Facebook.
Frank Romero, very cool. Rob, you're okay too. Here's your midday winning lottery numbers on SSP TV News. Pick 2, 87, pick 3, 922, pick 4, 571, and pick 5, 33261. And the wild number is 7. We'll talk about the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame when we come back.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
Yet another Dave Day, but now it's official. I'm with Hall of Famer Dave Seaman. Dave, congratulations once again. It was official Sunday night. You were inducted to the Hazleton Area Sports Hall of Fame. This was my first time, I believe, attending one of these ceremonies. And wow, just when you read the biographies, I know you write the articles for all the men and women who do get inducted, but I think one guy, I'm part of the CIA or something like that. And then there was you, Dave, and you even said a little bit in your speech, you know, usually you're covering these people. It was an honor for you, you said, to be up there with them. Dave, what I found really interesting was me and you interact with athletes all the time, and sometimes when you're interviewing them during their careers, you know, they're so focused on what they're doing and their goals, and you know, maybe some of the answers they're giving. It was interesting to see years removed, seeing some of these athletes speak about the games and about their careers.
Yeah, and just the camaraderie that sports gives you, and then the life lessons that it teaches you. I mean, we've talked about a lot of times on this program, you know, what sports can do for you, and it's done it for me, and it's done it for a lot of these athletes too. And as you get older too, you gain more perspective too. And I think, you know, you're so wrapped up when you're playing that you don't appreciate maybe the hard work that goes into it, and the fun, the bus rides with teammates, or the locker room scenes, and the victories and even the defeats, and to get to be able to look back on a career that was well spent, it's truly a memorable occasion.
Well, Dave, I didn't know if I was going to make it on Sunday to Genetti's, because Saturday night my heart was racing. I was up till 4 a.m. after Penn State beat Iowa on the final play 21-19 to keep, for now, a perfect season intact. And I had Paul Clifford of the Penn State Alumni Association, Hazleton area native, talking to him on Sunday, and I said, hey, why don't you call in this week? He was at the game in Iowa City at Kinnick Stadium. He hit on the talent that is Saquon Barkley. Barkley, of course, setting the school record for all-purpose yards with 358, 214 rushing, 94 receiving, and 53 in the return game.
In the second half, it was just, he took it to a whole nother level. I mean, there wasn't a time when he touched the ball that something great didn't happen. I was at the University of Oregon when Marcus Mariota made his Heisman run and ultimately won the Heisman Trophy. And he was phenomenal, and he did things that you don't see too many quarterbacks doing. He's not even in the same class as Saquon Barkley, in my opinion. I mean, it's just the kids, the guys at a whole different level. The formula to how you beat Penn State now is out there. You know, USC beat us in a shootout, right? And that's certainly one way. If you can match offense for offense, that's certainly one way to beat Penn State. But Iowa was able to get a lot of pressure up front, was able to put a lot of pressure on Trace. And so Trace wasn't able to, on some occasions, set his feet and was getting hit when he was releasing the ball. And we saw that it was a fumble, it was an interception. And so so those are the things that you look back. So it's great to get the win, and yet it's also gives Coach Franklin and his team the opportunity to look at some things on film to get better.
But Paul Clifford brings up something very interesting, the talent of Saquon Barkley. And I've said this, in my lifetime there were 2 Penn State players I did not want to miss a snap, and that was when they were playing. That was LeVar Arrington and now Saquon Barkley. I asked Paul, and I'm going to ask you too, are you appreciating every moment that Saquon's out there? And is it something as special as I'm saying?
He does take your breath away, doesn't he? Every time he touches the ball, something different can happen. You don't know if he's going to walk tightrope the sidelines. You don't know if he's going to get a burst of speed down the middle, or is he going to, you know, catch a pass. And then people are going to forget about on that last play of the game-winning touchdown. Iowa was blitzing on that play, and he picks up Josie Jewell, probably the best linebacker in the Big Ten and one of the best in the country, had a phenomenal game against Penn State. And the duel between Barkley and Jewell on Saturday was something, if you watch the game within the game, it was something to behold. And to see Barkley pick Jewell up on a blitz, on the last play of the game when, one deflection and it means the game's over and Penn State doesn't win and Iowa wins. So to see him pick up the block, it just shows you his all-around game and why I believe a lot of NFL teams are salivating to get him next season.
And Dave, big weekend if you're a local sports fan, if you're a Cougar fan. Hazleton area, they won their second straight on Friday night, now over 500 after 5 weeks of the season, and things are going good right now for Mike Brennan and his Cougars as they're finding a bit of an identity.
Yeah, they are, and they're winning on the road. They're showing a diversity in their offense. They're getting things done. Defensively, they played pretty well most of the season, and a couple breakdowns against Williamsport in the second half, but their defense has been keeping him in games, and you have a veteran quarterback, you have a veteran running back, now 2 veteran running backs in Horton and Otero, an outstanding wide receiver in David Smith. Josh Sikoski's back in the fold this year, and your lines are starting to get better line play as the season goes along, and you have an outstanding coaching staff too. Mike Brennan's been here before. We've talked about what his experience. It's been a long process, and he'd be the first one to tell you that. But you work hard. Eventually, those fruits are going to bear. You're going to bear fruit because, and they deserve it. They have worked hard. They've overcome a lot to get where they are at this point. A tough game Saturday against Delaware Valley, but the Cougars will be ready.
Interesting perspective, as always, from Hall of Famer Dave Seaman. We appreciate it. Make sure you're checking out the Standard Speaker and here on SSPTV News for everything that's going on with your local sports teams.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's talk of the town. The MMI Parents Association will be hosting a harvest bingo on Sunday, October 1st in the MMI Gymnasium at 1 p.m. Tickets will be $5 and can be purchased at the door. For more information, you can visit mmiprep.org or call the number on your screen. And the Lehigh Valley Hospital in Hazleton will be having a free women's health event on Monday, October 2nd. If you would like to register for this event, you can call 888-402-LVHN. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Christine A. Benzik of Beaver Meadows. Mass is Friday at 10 a.m. at St. Peter and Paul Byzantine Catholic Church. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Frank J. Bonin Funeral Home in Hazleton. Sylvia Brennan of Hazleton. The McHugh Wilczek Funeral Home will announce the arrangements. Robert William Early of Cunningham. Funeral is Friday at 10:30 a.m. at the Cunningham United Methodist Church in Cunningham. Friends may call Thursday from 6 to 8 p.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home. And Johnny Gall Gallucci of Hazleton. Mass is Friday at 11 a.m. at Most Precious Blood Church in Hazleton. Friends may call Friday from 10 to 11 a.m. in the church. The Firo Funeral Home is assisting the family. Attention pay-per-view subscribers, if you see your name now on SSPTV News, you'll have 13 minutes to call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Annette Morse of Tamaqua. Call now at 570-455-7267, extension 104, for your free movie.
Good luck to the Hazleton area Lady Cougar golf team as they play for the District 2 Championship tomorrow. We'll have a story on the team tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.